Philly sports, love and pain. I'm Dave. That's Kenny.
I am sick of you dumb motherfucking ungrateful pieces of shit.
Woo, woo, boy, what's going
If,
on, Kenny?
if I have to see one more fucking uneducated tweet about Bryce Harper needs to grow up, he's a 30-year-old man with 2 kids and he's supposed to be religious and he's having temper tantrum. They threw the ball at his fucking face twice. What do you want him to do?
Well, hold on. Also, not let's just be honest here. It's also probably Braves fans that are saying it.
No, it's the 2 idiots. I just tagged you in one on Twitter from the pod, and then some other one. I screenshot it for you. You know, they're like, it's an eject. Well, so for those you don't know, he got thrown out in Colorado in the first inning. It pretty much probably cost them the game because he probably would have done damn. You know what I mean? It's Colorado. They suck. So then he got thrown out, but this guy's like, oh, he got thrown out because he threw the helmet. That's not why he got thrown out.
It's
he
not.
threw the helmet, and then they were cordially having a conversation for another 30 to 45 seconds.
I don't know if it was cordial, but yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. But he got thrown out after the fact of the helmet. So at least if you're going to say some dumb fucking stupid shit, at least fucking know what you're talking about, you idiot.
Then we have Trevor reminds us that it was also 7 years to the day since he charged the mound when he was with the Nats, when he had like the mullet haircut.
Yeah, I wish I had hair.
Yeah, I remember when I had hair.
And then today he didn't get thrown out. So what are we complaining about? What are we doing?
Well, what? Okay. So first of all, why does anybody care if Bryce Harper gets pissed off about? Listen, let me tell you something right now.
Because they need him. They need him. In his bat can change the outcome of the game. Well, no fucking shit. And if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle.
So it's your favorite.
I love it.
But like, so what? He's not allowed to fucking voice his opinion.
But then you get the flip side that are people that, and we're guilty of this, but I think like not in what I'm about to say. It's like
show emotion.
Yeah, and then Hurts shows you nothing. So
right.
So what
so
do you want?
If Bryce Harper? Right, if Bryce Harper was out there jailing, and he's just like walks around
and not true leadership,
and he's just silent, and he just has that blank look on his face when he's on the bench, like then people are gonna hate Bryce for that. Like, listen, man, Bryce has completely changed. In my opinion, he's completely changed the entire sports scene in Philadelphia.
Agreed.
And you know. We could argue about the Eagles, right? The Eagles have always pretty much been on track.
They didn't go on a decade-long slump of sucking fucking penis.
Exactly. But Bryce Harper proved that Philadelphia is a place where fucking legit stars can play and can succeed. And listen, what's a success? Is a success a championship? Okay. If we're going to say success is a championship, then then we don't have much success here. You know what I mean? So like Bryce Harper changed the whole dynamic, and he brought baseball specifically back to Philly almost single-handedly, and completely changed the trajectory of this franchise for like 10 fucking years.
Yeah, it's just
to find reasons to hate the guy is so fucking weird. And
he's a Christian.
I forever hate you for putting me in them Facebook groups, because all I should really do is leave, but I can't. There's something about it, and you know this, so this is why you did it. There's something about it where I can't not say something when people are being stupid.
Wow,
there's so much stupidity in there. My God.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Exactly. And Trevor's right. He gets injured due to pitchers having no control. Even one that does have a tons of control, his fucking buddy hit him and broke his fucking hand.
Yeah, no, I mean, that is a valid point. I mean, he's allowed to be a little sensitive about the matter. And honestly, this is so fucking dumb. If you are complaining about Harper having emotion, you need to reevaluate your fucking sports. You just don't like Harper then.
Exactly. And if you don't like Harper, you need to reevaluate yourself anyway,
Yeah.
because like he's like one of the most likable fucking dudes like ever.
No, definitely. It just that really fucking pissed me off. So next, start it off how you wanted to. I fucking commandeered.
No, this is how I wanted to start. I wanted to start with the Phillies. I wanted to start with temperature, right? So the Phillies had basically a fucking legendary May. Well, probably the best May
and
of
WCPS happened.
probably yeah, probably the best May that the Phillies have probably ever had as a franchise. Now obviously, everybody wants to throw out there all the bullshit about who they play, blah blah blah. I looked it up. Their head-to-head record, like their like opponents with the Braves and everybody else, it doesn't matter who you compare them to. They're considerably better than every team against the same opponents. So, yes, they have not played tough teams, but the same teams have played the other good teams, and the other good teams have not done as well. So people just need to shut the fuck up and realize that the Phillies are actually pretty good. And listen, are they going to have games like the other night where they don't score? Yeah, it's baseball. It's fucking baseball, But to I saw people like not as many. I will give some people
It's
credit.
definitely significantly down.
I was going to say I will give the Philly people some credit here. It hasn't been like they lost 3 in a row. Usually, if the Phillies lose 3 in a row, it's like it's like the fucking world's ending, right? But it didn't happen, and I will admit that the people were pretty chill over the last few days. But scoring 0 runs, it doesn't happen that often to them. They don't get shut out that often. What was that? The second time?
Yeah, it's baseball. It's long. It's exhausting. They always fucking suck. West Coast Phillies suck. This has been the same thing even past 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, and then obviously that decade.
The Phillies.
Straight.
I
They
saw
suck.
today. The Phillies lost, or the Phillies today for the first time won.
You're welcome.
At Oracle,
2021. And also, it's the same shit. The Eagles absolutely cannot beat the Seahawks. The Eagles can't beat the Bengals. The Eagles have more ties than wins against the Bengals in the last whatever many years it's been.
Yeah, so and then there's always those teams, or whatever. Like there's always those teams too,
So it's not worth the energy, man. This is nothing. I don't care about this. Win what you can and get the fuck out of there and come back home.
Yeah, and they do. They come back home, right?
Yeah, they could have 500. Yeah, they're back home tomorrow or Friday. Sorry.
Yeah, against the Cardinals, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they lost the game 1-0 on Tuesday. They lost 8-4. I mean, they just got absolutely fucking crushed on Monday. Sunday, Ranger looked like absolute dog shit, but then held it together. It's just the beginning,
He was due, and that's the other thing that's going to happen. Like these guys are going to have some bad games. Like
you think he's going to go 11-0?
They're going to have to. Like
I think the more egregious loss was the Rockies on Friday. If they win that game, this West Coast trip is fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And that game on Friday was disgusting. No business losing that fucking game.
No. That's like the one that you can like point to, and you're like, all right, that was a bad one. That was a bad.
Yeah,
one.
And then they got blown out by the Giants 8-4, and then they lose 1-0 on what I assume is bullshit because I went to bed because it was already like 12:15. Like that shit's so minor. People don't look at the big picture. They just get so wrapped up. You know what I mean? And everyone wants to compare it to fucking football. 17 games, quarter of the season's over before you can even fucking say E. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
It's just how it works, man. And I get it, but boy, chill. The Flyers have taken something from me.
What?
I don't even want to watch postseason football or hockey.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think I mean, it's like the baseball, I guess, right?
I'm still interested in hockey. I'm actually watching it right now, but I have vested interest in this. But um, I enjoy playoff hockey. You do too. I'm surprised that you haven't watched any of it.
I haven't. I mean, I watched.
I mean, you've been pretty tied up. I mean, honestly, and like,
Yeah, it does suck.
you know, um, and no, I mean, like with like just like if you have a family and you're trying to watch the Phillies, like that's a lot,
Bro, like today, like I literally got home and it was right when Harper got thrown out. Or literally, like that's when I walked in the door, like the batter before that. And I'm trying everything I can do to keep the fucking kid, you know what I mean, just in front of me so I can see if anything's gonna happen. He's crawling. I'm just like, fucking Christ, man, I can't, you fucking put it on your phone and follow your kid around.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
not complaining.
Well, what we'll complain about is these places that force you to tip.
Oh my god, you're still on this?
I can't like I
You've
just
been
keep
on this. You've been on this for weeks,
I
months.
keep seeing it. So I
You know
saw the meme, and obviously everybody's seen the meme, right? That's going around with the fucking where like they have like the options on the screen and they have the one option that says no tip covered. There it is right there. Yeah. Uh, it's wild, dude. It's wild. Like the tip thing is crazy.
You ready for this shell-shocking information that I didn't know was happening?
Let me ask you a serious question though first. Do you tip ever?
Wow.
Like other than
This
yes,
is a loaded
Oilers just
question.
tied it. Oilers just tied it, bitch. No, I mean like when not when you're at a sit down place. If you go to a place where you walk in and walk out, are you tipping?
95% of the time, no.
What is the 5% that requires a tip?
They get me. Do you know what I mean? Like
what
I
is
feel like
it?
I'm vibing. I feel like I got a vibe and they're nice and or I'm inconvenient and I'm like if my order is like, can you please separate this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this,
Okay,
and
that's
I need
fair.
napkins and I need all
Okay.
this shit. So
Yeah.
like that's it. You know what I mean? But for the most part, fuck no, man. I don't have it.
Well, I just don't like everything's more expensive and like so not only are they charging more for the shit, but then you also need to tip them for like making your sandwich. Like I don't know. I just this could be a really cold take. I have no fucking idea, but I don't really care.
Wait, real quick, we'll get back to this. Jorge Lopez, that's the Mets pitcher, right? He got thrown out of the game today, threw his glove.
Yeah, he got ejected.
Post game said that the Mets are the worst fucking team in baseball.
Yeah, he said I feel like I've been playing for the worst fucking team in baseball. I mean, he has broken English, but that's what he said. And
DFA'd.
No way, already?
Yeah, is he any good? Pick him up.
I mean, I'm surprised they DFA'd him like that.
They're blaming it on the glove.
Stop. They DFA'd him for real?
Yeah. They should pick him up.
Well, he's gonna have to clear waivers.
Yeah, someone's gonna put a waiver in for him. Anyone that needs a back end struggling, So he'll go from.
He's not even that bad though. Like that's the thing. Like
I know the Mets are so fucking dumb and broken. And then my boss comes into my office, and my office is literally like a fucking litter box that I share with an old decrepit dying man. Shout out Frankie G. That guy. I wish that guy was my dad. He's the fucking man. Just an impeccably a grumpy fucking man. And every time he gets mad, he just gets louder and louder and louder. He's like 6'5". He's terrifying. Anyway,
that's great.
He's like the Phillies. There's rumors that the Phillies are going to get Pete Alonso. And I said, where the fuck's he going to play? Where the fuck's he going to play? You can't get that guy.
Pete Alonso, fucking Mike Trout, Mason Miller.
One person. Well, dude, actually, circle back to the Mike Trout. But that closer from the A's is
Mason.
the guy. Was it Mason?
Mason Miller.
They can't like this whole. I don't care that they piecemeal the save opportunities in the regular season, but you're gonna have to define the role. That's him.
Yeah,
sign him today.
He's
sign him the fuck today.
Give them whatever they want.
Pee.
Give them whatever the fuck they want.
You guys want Alec Baum? Sold.
No, but seriously, the Phillies are one of the only teams that actually have the amount of prospect like that have like a solid amount of prospects in the pool to get a guy like that.
Again, and you're getting him until 2027. I mean, you're not doing any better than that. You're really not.
The one problem is that the A's might want to make him a starter. And if that's their ultimate goal, then
they're not moving him.
Then they're not going to do it.
But, the Phillies can't piece together the closer role in the postseason. It's got to be defined, right? And you don't want to waste – I don't think you waste Alvarado. Although what I've seen from Sir Anthony Dominguez has been encouraging. So maybe you get a little bit of him back. I mean, obviously he's not the closer, and that's not what I'm advocating here.
Right.
But
if you added a guy like Mason, like that, that completely changes.
You're set.
I mean, that changes everything.
Oh my God!
Could you imagine them with Hoffman, a decent Sir Anthony, Kerkering, Miller, fucking
Turnbull,
Alvarado,
Marte? He's been pitching decent.
Fucking Strom, like that's a solid bullpen.
No, they fucking Strom Cup, unbelievable.
So, like, if they, Trevor just said that he thinks they're going to try to get Juan Soto. I think that you're fucking crazy, Trevor.
They can't.
They're not going to. They're not going to.
Trevor, you're better than that.
The Yankees aren't going to go for that.
No fucking way. The Yankees have a legitimate shot this year.
Yeah, I think they're right up there with the best record.
The best team in the LA. In LA. LA. AL. I wanted to circle back to the Trout conversation.
Okay.
I was anti-Trout, but then after, is that a spider? That thing's fucking big, man. I think if you can get Trout, you get Trout. Rojas back down, Martian left, Trout fills in. Can you just imagine that lineup? Like, say the lineup for me.
Schwarber. Oh, no. Listen here. If I'm able to get Trout, I'm getting Trout.
JT.
I'm chilling. Castellanos.
Stott. Boom.
Did you say Sosa. Harper yet?
Yeah. And also Nick's starting to warm up.
Nick's starting to warm up a little bit. And here's the other thing. Like, Nick's batting average is trash. Straight up trash.
Who cares?
But it doesn't matter. If he starts hitting when you need him to hit, that's all that fucking matters.
Can he wash his hair or something? He's fucking greasy.
I think he does that. I think he puts stuff in.
God. Him and Liam. Punt him off.
It reminds me of that fucking Coming to America, the dude, the Jerry Curl dude, like he's got the soul glow. Yeah, he's got that shit in his hair. It's fucking funny.
Without a doubt, dude.
2-2 after one. This has been a good series. This is the one I've cared the most about because I have a bunch of money on the Oilers. Oh God!
Been on the worst team in probably the whole fucking MLB.
Yo, but seriously, DFAing him right away. That's wild.
Yeah, they're so dumb.
That's wild. He's really not that bad. I mean, he's not great. He's not amazing, but he's not DFA. He threw his glove into the fucking. Somebody did that. Didn't somebody just do that like last year?
He said, "I don't regret it."
Yeah, I saw that. He said because the guy said,
"Since the stance was unacceptable, looking back on it, do you regret doing that?"
No, I don't regret it. I think I've been looking the worst team in probably in the whole MLB. So whatever happened. So whatever they want to do it. I'll be tomorrow here if they want me, whatever they want to do. So
I'll be here tomorrow if they want me to be, or I'll be somewhere else. His whole locker was already cleaned out. He knew it. As soon as he threw that glove and he walked into the clubhouse, they were like,
"No." Trevor just remembered Harper threw his helmet into the stands.
When he went into the tunnel today, Chris Hansen was like, "I'm Chris Hansen. Please have a seat." The Mets are the dumbest fucking franchise Ever.
So here's something else that's fucking dumb. That's people were saying. People want to put Trey Turner in the outfield.
Well, hear me out.
No,
Hear me out.
No, I'm not gonna hear you out. I'll hear you, but I'm not gonna like fucking go whatever.
I don't. This whole my father-in-law was on scorched fucking earth over the weekend about Rojas, and of course Stubbs.
Like in a good
way.
way or a bad way. He likes him or
Yeah,
he
he fucking hates him, dude. I've
okay.
I've never heard it. He fucking despises him.
Okay.
And like that's the problem with someone like Rojas. Like it's gonna be extreme highs and extreme lows. I don't fucking know, man. I know why he's out there. I get why he's out there. And you know, you live and die by the guy. And I mean, what just infuriates me is the inability to fucking bunt. I don't understand how you can't bunt. Like, I'm not saying I could fucking bunt, but it's not my fucking job.
Yeah.
Like it is.
If that's literally what you need to do for your team,
it can't
like,
be that difficult to bunt, especially if you're the first batter up in the 10th inning or later.
Oh
shit. You know, if you're in if it's in extra innings, you have to. I mean, listen, I can't even be any more clear. You have to be able to bunt as the number one guy. And you know what the problem is? And I understand this adage where like people are like, well, he needs to learn and he needs to practice. So the only way he can do that is if he gets in there. But
hey, Kenny's choking on a spider.
That thing in my mouth. You know, I understand that like the best way that he learns and all that shit is, you know, obviously through doing. But it's the top of the, the top 10th, bottom 10th, 11th, I don't fucking care. You got to pull him. When you need a bunt, you have to pull him. And I'm not saying every single time, but if it's 0 outs, man on second in extra innings, you have to pull him. You need someone to put a bunt down.
Well, I think the problem,
me off.
I think part of the problem here is that they don't bunt
anymore.
So like bunting in general is not as easy now because they don't fucking do it. They just don't do it.
Stubbs can bunt.
How often has Garrett Stubbs bunted? How many sacrifice bunts has Garrett Stubbs had?
I don't know, but it was his first multi-hit game of the year today.
No, it wasn't. Not today. It was the one where we betted that he wasn't going to have a hit.
No, the graphic.
He had 2 hits that day. Don't fucking tell me. I fucking know
one was ruled an error.
They took it back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
No, yeah, that fuck. Fucking Stubbs, you piece of shit. Why was that line? How, like, I mean, honestly, how was that line positive money?
I don't know.
For me, that's why it was.
Now you got me looking up fucking bullshit. Listen, I wanted to go back to this because you're talking about Trey Turner playing in the outfield, which is absolutely stupid.
I didn't say it. I'm just telling you what they said.
Who's they?
Everyone be like, well, just listen here. And then you know who fucking defended him was that Hunter Brody.
Brody thinks it's a good idea too?
Yeah.
It's a terrible idea. He played 45 games in center field for the Nationals back in 2016, and he was a -6. In what world are we improving ourselves by putting a minus player in the outfield?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because his bat comes into play, and
it doesn't. He can still hit when he's at center. When he's at shortstop, he can still fucking hit.
Yeah, but you don't have Rojas in the lineup.
Then put Sosa in left field.
Yeah, I know it's a silly argument. Dude, the Phillies. Here's the problem with the Phillies, and it's not a problem. It's a good problem, but it's a fucking bad problem.
Sosa's not an everyday player. People need to stop acting like he can play every day. He can't.
They have a depth problem.
They're too deep.
Yes, and fans specifically, and if Rob Thompson doesn't play the right fucking guy at the right time, the fans can't fucking wrap their head around it. You know what I mean? So they have a problem, and I'm not sure I know the answer to the problem.
Well, all I know is that Sosa has never played over like 100 and something games in a season.
You just ride him until he's hot because he's eventually gonna pop.
But like when Trey comes back, he goes back to the field. I mean, there's no question. Like I have zero pause.
Well, what I'm saying is they could be like, okay, they could go, hey, Trey Turner's ready. He's at 90%. They could be like, okay, well, I don't want him until he's at 100%, right? They could buy another week. They could buy another 2 weeks at most and then get him in. And then either Sosa struggles or you bench Sosa. You know what I mean? At that point. The problem is, and it's so funny because, like, people were fucking shitting all over Pache. I fucking told you at the beginning of this year, I said, I think he's going to be fucking good. You know what I mean? I said that. And he's exactly what they need. Like, all these guys are exactly what they need. You know, Witt's kind of annoying, but, like, I feel like he'll be fine, you know, as the season goes on and progresses, you know?
I think for a guy like Witt struggles by not hitting enough. I think that
That's what I was going to say. I mean,
he's used to play second tonight, play third tomorrow, play left field the next day. Like he needs that like constant like rotation of hitting, but playing anywhere in the field. The problem is they're not using him like that because they kind of can't. And you know, when like if they bench fucking Stott one day, you know, everybody's up in arms, and then if they put Witt in there, like, you know, it's not good enough. So, and not that they give a fuck, because they don't care that people complain. They don't.
Well, you can't.
They don't. And JT's gonna get 2 days off. I heard that. That's already
Because
like
of the injury.
It's already decided. I don't even know if he said why. He just said he's gonna get 2 days off.
Oh no, Dumbo.
Oh, today and tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. I'm trying to piece it because they don't do that. Even that's just not normal. You know what I mean?
No, I was thinking. I forgot that they had an off day tomorrow. It's so it's so rare that they have a fucking off day.
Yeah, so it's smart to like. Yeah, no, I'm not mad. Listen, Rob Thompson's a good manager. I feel like he gets
people
a lot
shit
of
on him so much, man. I don't.
And there's things that I don't like about. Oh, by the way, I wanted to call you, or text you, but I was all kind of, you know how it is at the shore. When Dusty sent fucking Marsh.
Oh man.
I was like, oh no, it's finally gonna fucking backfire on me.
No, but he got there. He got there.
Yeah, he fucking did. Holy shit. I was stressed.
Is there any who's the last manager or coach in this town that the fans actually liked?
Well, in their defense, Joe Girardi.
In any sport.
Just listen to me. Joe Girardi was the worst fucking coach of all fucking time.
He was fucking terrible, dude.
I told you he was terrible. You were like, Joe Girardi's the GOAT. He's the best guy.
I never said he was the GOAT. Stop.
You loved him, bro. You used to give me so much shit for shitting on that fucking guy.
He was fine until he wouldn't change.
The problem is, how are you going to bench Stott?
Well, if you bench Stott for like literally benching him, no, you can't do that.
Well, he never played him. That's my whole fucking point. And there was one more thing that he refused to fucking adjust to. Fuck that guy.
I know, but my point is that
Larry Brown.
People in Philadelphia don't like coaches.
Brown.
Coaches are the enemy in Philadelphia.
Doug Peterson.
Okay. Doug Peterson can't count, and neither can Charlie Manuel because they both won.
That's not fair. Now you're just
it is fair. It is fair.
You're putting unnecessary parameters on.
No, it's not unnecessary. My point is
unnecessary.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes,
people already fucking hate Nick Sirianni. He hasn't even done really anything wrong.
Well, I would argue that he has.
Oh my God,
David, do you think
even Andy Reid was Andy Reid beloved here?
He was until he wasn't.
Why is it that way here?
Do you want to sleep with a fucking 12-year-old pillow? No, you need to refresh it sometimes. And I would argue it's worked out for both people. Eagles could have had 2 Super Bowls, and he's got some like 3 or 4.
I don't listen. I think that move was totally fine. I'm totally fine with it. But
my problem with Nick Sirianni is that the motherfucker is probably what I like to say too cocky. He thought that he could hire two nobodies to
Okay.
play OCDC, and that his offense was that.
Do you think
fucking
he
good.
did that?
I really do. I
Why?
strongly
Okay.
believe.
Why would they let him make that decision then, but not now?
Say that again.
Why would they ever? If we, okay, if the argument is that the Philadelphia Eagles ownership always wants to have all their control and have their fingers in the pot all the time, why would they let Nick Sirianni pick two randos and then be okay with it? There's no way. It's not. It didn't happen. There's no way it happened.
I could sell milk to a fucking farmer, bro, and so can Nick. I'm telling you.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit the MO.
I'm just saying he had a giant fucking hand in it, and I'm sure.
I think my problem is that I can't see both sides. I can't be here like, oh, the fucking
Why
ownership.
did they give Chip Kelly complete control if they always want a medal?
Well, because they probably didn't give him complete control.
And then I think what happened was, yes, they did. They absolutely fucking. What do you mean they didn't?
Well, you mean they let him be the GM?
Yeah, that's complete fucking control.
Yeah, it's not really.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I mean the owner can still step in.
David, come on. Now you're
come on. You saw the draft room. Lori was sitting.
Silly. Now you're just being fucking silly.
Lori's sitting right next to Howie in the draft room, right next to him.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm just saying.
You never heard of the Jewish paradox? We got to stick together.
If they're meddling all the time, there's no way they didn't meddle in that.
I feel like they were worried about what happened with Doug Peterson. They didn't want to go through. Listen, ownership here is not fucking dumb, right? So they don't want to be known as the carousel, right? Because they have good teams all the fucking time. If you can't have stability up top on the head coach, so I feel like they were like, okay, well, we fucked around with Doug Peterson. We refused to give him control. He kind of fucking went to the fucking Jaguars. And, so maybe we give Nick a little bit of a longer leash. And they gave him too long of a leash. I'm telling you, Nick is a big part, if not the biggest part for me, why the Eagles stunk last year. I already told you. It's on Nick and Jalen. Nick and Jalen are the only hope. You need quality QB play. I didn't say good. I didn't say great. You need quality QB play. That's all you need.
But if that's true, all right. But if that's true, though, then
all you ladies pop your pussy like this. Like
listen, all right. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. How about
I go down the rabbit hole.
No. Name a coach that didn't win a championship that was like loved here. Andy Reid?
Yeah.
Buddy Ryan?
Peter Laviolette.
Okay.
Absolutely was loved until he was. So that's the fucking problem. That's the fucking problem.
So do you think that is what it is? Like it's just like you're good and we like you, and then like when you show that you can't win or you can't get past the hump, we're like, fuck you, get out of here.
Remember we called that Peter Laviolette firing? We said if they skid out the fucking beginning of the year,
yes,
and they literally skid it, and they went 0-7, and they
was like they were literally trying to get him fired. That's like what it was like.
No, that's exactly what ends up happening. Is like we don't win enough. We don't know what it's like to fucking win. So when we don't win after a fucking 3 to 4 year run with a coach, we're like, get this motherfucker out.
Right, but I think that, and Trevor brings up, he says he thinks people like Nick Nurse, and I think he's right. But Nick Nurse is still in the honeymoon phase of Philadelphia.
We're not talking about the fucking Sixers, okay?
But like he's still in the honeymoon phase, so he doesn't qualify, Trevor.
Oh my god! See this, Trevor? Just keep moving the goalposts. You're like my fucking wife in every argument. Just keep moving it.
You just said it. You are the one that just said it.
And further.
You are the one that just said it. We said we love you until we don't. We love you until we don't.
Further and further and further away.
We love you until we don't. We love you, Nick Nurse. Please come in here.
And, look. The Patriots loved Bill Belichick until they didn't. It's a very common thing. It's the way it works in coaching. listen.
But I don't remember. I don't remember any. I don't remember. We're not. Listen, we're not there, so I don't know. But I don't remember hearing like an overly outcrying of hate for Bill Belichick in New England. I think it was just it was just time to move on, like Andy Reid.
No, what happened there was it was the conversation of, is it Tom Brady? I think I just caught a fly.
You fucking Miyagi'd that shit.
I did it.
Next time you have to do it with chopsticks. I see it. Oh, that's like a little fucking gnat bitch. No, stop it.
Of course this fucking heater goes off when I don't want it to.
Your heat's on?
It heats my hot water and it.
Oh, I got you. It's all hookup, whatever.
Always.
Yeah.
What happened with the Patriots, and I believe, is that it turned into this conversation of, was it Tom Brady, was it Bill? And then it quickly turned out that it was both of them in a way, you know? And I know Tom gets the last laugh because he won in Tampa Bay, but they also had the best defense in the league. They also had Mike Evans. They also had Chris Godwin. They also had, was that Leonard Fournette?
Yes.
Ryan Jansen. I mean, Antoine Winfield. I mean, they just had a lot of fucking players, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once Tom won that Super Bowl without him, they were like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! It isn't you." You know.
I guess. I don't know.
It's like the same thing happened in Seattle. Like they were getting tired of Pete Carroll, and they didn't want to go through the public humiliation in my eyes. So they were like, "Fuck it, move him into a senior role." It's gonna be the same thing with John Tortorella. They're gonna move him into a seniorship role. You know, this happens all the time. If I would argue right now, Rob Thompson might be one of the smartest managers, coaches, whatever you want to see that Philadelphia has ever seen. Now, unfortunately, it hasn't turned into, a championship. You know, I've been thinking a lot about the Arizona game. Series? Is it Rob Thompson's fault that the whole fucking offense went cold? Is it Rob Thompson's fault that Craig Kimball blew 2 straight saves? And I don't care who you are. Who are you sending out that next game? Who are you sending out? You're not sending out your all-star closer?
Yeah, you have to.
So, I don't know. People, coulda, woulda, shoulda,
You can't second guess him for sending out Craig Kimbrell there. You absolutely can't. It's just.
And don't get me wrong. I think he's only as good as he is because he's got the talent around him. I'm not saying he's he could take a fucking, bad news Bears team to a fucking championship, but he complements them pretty fucking well, if you ask me.
I think he gets it. I think that he gets the players. He gets the vibe.
He's been on that for a bit.
Yeah, and he just seems like the type of dude who just gets the vibe and can just roll with it, and he's cool with that. See, a lot of managers aren't cool with that. A lot of managers have their way. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, this is how
Joe Girardi.
Yeah, this is how we're going to do things. This is what it's going to be. Whatever. But I think that the hate that Rob catches is just wild. It's wild. I don't know.
I miss Angel Hernandez. Who am I gonna fucking complain about? That guy gave content after content after content.
CB. How about that guy who threw Bryce out the other day?
What happened?
We could probably hate that guy.
Who?
The guy who threw out Bryce the other night.
109 or 120?
120. Yeah. Nah, I love how in the post-game interview too, he referred to him as 120.
Yeah, well, that's like an insult to the profession, I mean, CB Bunkner's up there, I guess, right? He takes the crown now.
He's up there. He's been getting.
If I know your name, you're in trouble, kind of thing.
That's actually a very good point. We shouldn't know your name.
Although I know Phil Cuzzy, but that's just because that's a fucking banging fucking name. That is a bang.
Yo, what's up, Cuzzy?
So that's the only reason I know his name.
Yeah, there's a couple. There used to be a couple.
Love that. I love that umpire that video that surfaced the other day with Chase Utley on the Dodgers and the Mets, and he's like, "Our balls are in the ringer." That fucking guy, he's cool. Our ball, what do you want us to do? Our balls are in the ringer if we don't let that go. That guy's pretty cool.
Our asses are in the jackpot.
I like Tashi. I think he fucking has a nice game. You know, there are a few that are pretty good.
Oh my god, I just like choked on fucking bourbon.
Yeah. I guess it's got to be CB Bunkner, man.
Oh, that's a first. I've never inhaled bourbon. That was something.
Burnt
Right
the
there.
insides, didn't it?
Woo. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Philly doesn't like coaches. You ever notice that when things go well, who gets the credit?
Who?
The players.
Who?
The players.
Yeah.
When things go poorly, who gets the blame?
Well, the players and Rob.
No, the coaches.
That's what I just said.
No, you said the players and.
Yeah, so what'd you say?
No, I said the coaches.
No, they both get fucking criticized. Just like they lost in Colorado, and people were like, if Bryce Harper didn't get thrown out, they would have won the game.
I think that the coaches take way more heat than the players. And I think when the players take heat, it's individual, like targeted things when it's like a long issue. Like it's like a long slump, or like a Ben Simmons situation. It's a Toby situation. It's a Nick Cassiano situation, whatever. Trevor, that's fucking funny. Yeah, I just skipping drinking bourbon and just going to like fucking inhaling it.
Did I ever tell you about the chick that in middle school soaked a tampon in vodka?
No, and she put it in.
Oh yeah, she was.
She had to get fucked up from that.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's
I'll never forget her
that's
name.
like almost dangerous.
I won't say her first name just in case. I know she doesn't listen, but off chance, you know what I mean. That it circles.
Just say her initials.
Yeah, BC.
There you go.
I'll never forget that bitch. She was one of them, like, slutty 7th and 8th grade chicks. I mean, we were in 8th grade when she did it, so need I say more?
So she was in 8th grade. She soaked a tampon in vodka, and she went to school like that. And then
she put it in the bathroom.
That's wild.
And she was in my class. It was fuck. I don't remember the teacher's name. She felt so bad for me because I was dumb.
That's some wild North Penn shit right there.
Yeah, that was The Great Gatsby. I'll never forget it. We were in that whatever that English class is. Yeah, and the other fucking books you read in 8th grade. Anyway, and I just remember ambulance came to the school.
No shit.
Yeah, stretcher, and they put her in the stretcher and wheeled her the fuck out.
Wow.
I wonder what she's up to. Let me see what she's doing these days.
Trevor, in 8th grade, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's like that puts York to shame, Trevor.
I wouldn't recommend saying that.
That's some North Penn shit. Damn, Jamie Benn. I wish we had him.
Yeah, he's the man. Although, how funny is that? He's on the 3rd line.
I know, crazy, right?
Yeah, I saw it the other day. I was pretty surprised. That just shows you how good they are.
They are so good, man. Like, why? What happened? Like, why is Dallas so good? They've been. Oh, they just.
I think it's pretty funny because, like,
he just snowed the fuck out of their goalie too.
I hope the Oilers lose. Pussies.
Fuck you. Stop it. I just need them to get to the Stanley Cup so I can hedge out. That's all I care.
It makes sense that she's off social media because she's probably rotting in jail.
We should, after the podcast, you should tell me her real name, and we can look her up on PA docket and see if she has a criminal record.
She probably. I will bet you. You know what? Now I vaguely remember. I think when I was in college, I remember her. She was like pregnant with like a fucking kid or two.
Oh man, you're not going to be able to find her real name though, because if she got married, her name's different.
True. Yeah, it's not gonna come up, dumb bitch.
Maybe she, maybe she's one of those chicks that doesn't change her name. Whatever.
My wife didn't. You know what she said to me the other day that was deeply disturbing? She said, if we ever got divorced, I'm keeping the last name. And I was like, oh, God. Why?
It's like, why are we getting divorced? Let's start there.
God willing. Nah, I mean, I'm going to be dead before her. She has no idea.
I just don't understand. What was the thing you wanted to talk about? We should hit that before we close this thing out. You wanted to talk about players wearing shit of other teams.
Yeah, who fucking cares?
So what's your take? What's your take on it?
Do you doing this? Are we still offended?
Do you care or no?
No, I don't fucking care.
Because I don't give a shit.
If like that would be like you are a fucking lineman, right, in the NFL, and you're from Philly, and you play. Let's just say you play for the Cowboys. I understand it. I get it. But if you want to wear a Phillies fucking hat, you should be able to. Now, I'm not saying you should. If obviously, if you play baseball, you can't wear the Phillies. If you play football, you can't wear the Eagles. You know what I mean? Like that's fine.
I do think there's maybe a time, like the one limit I could put on it. Maybe I even have to think about this, but the one limit I could see maybe put on is like the time and place situation, right? Like at a post-game interview. I'm trying to think it through. I don't have any like specific examples to like even think of. I'm just trying to think about it right now, like how I would feel. I wouldn't personally feel anything. I don't give a fuck, right? But I think
guess maybe if you lose the Super Bowl, you know what I mean, and you come out and like maybe, but even then, like we're getting so offended about fucking everything,
which is weird because we want to accept everything. We want to accept everything, but we don't. But we get so pissed off about everything. It's like
we love them blue-haired mermaids.
How can we? I'm just saying, like, how can we be in the both camps? I don't know. I don't get it.
No, my argument too is like we've turned, especially my generation. Maybe not even. I feel like it's like, here's the thing: is like I look at someone now and I don't know I don't even know how old. I can't even give you an age anymore. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. People definitely look different.
Like if you look at a millennial, you're like, that motherfucker is a millennial, right? Like we have a distinctive like the 90s beat the shit out of us. The early 2000s was tough. You know what I mean? Like we just look like we smoke cigarettes all day, every day. But, like,
ripping Newports.
Just fucking Virginia Slims, because you can't get a real cigarette, so you got to take the fucking the Great Value cigarette. But like we grew up on like some of the fucking craziest shows. You know what I mean? Like South Park. Did you watch that Lizzo reaction?
I did. Yeah.
LOL, funny, man. And you know what?
I hope honestly, she didn't even clap really hard on it. She almost laughed. Honestly,
I would almost take some respect for her. I would almost be okay with her if she was just like, "Yeah, I'm fucking fat. I'm proud of it." You know what I mean?
When they were showing like the album and they were like, "If you listen to this, you won't give a fuck about anything."
Yeah. Like we grew up on some of the fucking, some crazy shit, and like. Again, I can't tell if it's, what generation they are anymore. Oh, I got a new North Penn beef. You got to remind me about that. I'm fucking pissed. I'm so fucking mad. Oh.
Another one already? It's only been 2 weeks.
Oh, did I talk about that one?
Well, what is it?
What was the last one?
Well, we closed out the school renovations not happening. And then you told me about the urgent care.
Yeah, I'm still on the urgent care. I'm still so fucking mad with the motherfucking urgent care. And then I find out that my wife can't even use it.
Okay, so that you didn't know last time we talked about it. You didn't know if she could use it or not.
So I got to pay for it. My wife works for the fucking district, and we can't use it.
That's wild.
It's the dumbest fucking. Are you telling me seriously? Like, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. You're telling me that the fucking North Penn School District urgent care is going to get teachers back into the schools quicker than a Patient First or a Liberty fucking or any of these other fucking Indian doctor fucking places?
No.
Have you been to one of them in a while? Like, I'm serious. Have you been to one?
An urgent care?
Yeah.
We were just at one on Friday.
That's right. So there are some that are like decently good, right?
Yes,
There's
yeah.
one Med Express, I think, is one that I like a lot. That's up in Gilbertsville.
Ours is what's it called? Patient First.
Patient First has always been good. When I shattered my ankle, they fucking helped me out. But Liberty, dude, I went in there and every year I get bronchitis because of my CPAP. It is what it is. I can't help it. Doesn't matter how many times I clean it. It's just an inevitable thing. If you're sick and you have a CPAP, that sickness and all that shit just keeps fucking circling in your nose when you're sleeping. So every
Not
year I
good.
get bronchitis. What'd you say?
I said not good.
No, it sucks. So every year I get it. And one year, it was during COVID. I went to Liberty. I went in there, and they were like, "You don't have COVID. You're good to go." And I'm like, "Well, no, I have something wrong. Like, I need help.
I'm not here for COVID.
Yeah, I can't breathe." So, and then I started going to that Med Express. So anytime I feel that little thing going on, you know what I mean, I go there.
Yeah.
And they fucking hook me up, man. They're good people over there because they fucking care. Fuck you, Liberty Express, you fucking pussies. Anyway, my point is that you can't tell me, besides Liberty, you can't tell me that that place is getting teachers back to fucking work quicker than any of those other places.
No,
Also,
0% chance.
if you're fucking sick with the flu, you can't go back to work, you fucking idiots.
No, and in fact, most of the schools, Brianna told me, most of the schools have a policy for everybody. It used to be just little kids. Now it's everybody. If you have a fever, you have to be 24 hours fever free.
Yeah, welcome to my fucking daycare, bro.
Well, no, I know that's a daycare rule. Yeah,
you know,
but I'm saying like in life too.
it's insane. I don't even. I fucking piss me off, man.
What, daycare?
No, yeah, no. No, you know what? I will tell you this, and I get that not daycare, not everyone can afford it. We can't even afford it. And I understand that it's not for everyone, but like I think that it has helped Kip immensely. You know what I mean? Like that kid, he's pretty much walking already. So and he's he's learning every day or every 2 days, he's learning from someone else, other kids that are slightly older or slightly younger, learning how to do that and not this. And so I'm a huge advocate of daycare. My mom is brutal, dude. Just an absolute fucking hater because we won't let her watch our kid. And because she's not here all the time, she's Florida, so we can't take him out of daycare and put him in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So every time we see her, she's like, "Oh, I see Kip has another cold. Must be from daycare." I'm like, "Mom, chill before the pit bull gets a hold of you. If she hears you, okay?"
Oh man, that's funny.
No, but I actually kind of like, this is you're a fucking parent, but like when I go I pick them up. So Chrissy drops them, I pick them up. They're no fucking better feeling, man. You take that corner. His classroom's right there. He sees you when you walk up, and he just whatever he's doing, fuck it, it's gone on the ground, and he's just crawling right to you. It's the best fucking feeling in the world, man.
Yeah, man.
Nothing. I mean this. There's no better feeling in the whole entire world. Think of anything that you love in the whole entire. The best steak, the best sex, the best sporting event, the best whatever the fuck it is. There's no better feeling than being a fucking dad, and there it is. Boom, bitch.
It's true. It's true.
I know. It's just a fucking.
And
best.
you would never agree to that until you know.
And fucking honestly, I don't even care how this might sound on this situation. The first 4 months are fucking hell, bro. And you know that, and I know that.
It really
no
is.
one's sleeping. You're fighting with your wife over like who left the fucking toothpick on the ground. Shit just triggers you differently then. But once they hit that age where like, it's just a little bit, of sleep. It's not looking for, 100 hours, but and also I'm terrified. You're like, am I gonna break its neck?
Yeah.
Is he breathing?
There's a lot of that. You stare at the monitor, you're like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
We gotta go, babe.
gotta go in there.
Like the first day we brought him home from the hospital, he still had mucus, you know what I mean, from being in the fucking puss.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Chrissy, he's not breathing. And she's like, we gotta suck him out. I'm like, I'm sucking him out. I can't fucking. What do you want? And we put him in the car seat. And we start fucking. You know what I mean? And then we call her sister, and she's like, well, is he blue? And we're like, no. She's fucking. He's fine. He's just choking on spit and fucking. Placenta. And we're like, oh, okay, this is fine.
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what though, that's the fucking craziest feeling. That first day when you fucking suit him up into the seat for the first time, and you get in your car and you got to drive with that dude in the car. It's like, oh my fucking God. Yeah, dude.
Like a white knuckle on that bitch down the road.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
fucking
it's
wild.
just that I do remember they're like, you can't leave until you get a pediatric, provider. I'm like, it's fucking Saturday. No one's open and taking our calls. You know what I mean? Because you have to go to the peds like a day after he's born or her.
Yeah, it's gotta be like pretty quick. Yeah.
Which, Jesus fucking Christ. What are we doing?
I don't know. It doesn't.
It doesn't fucking matter. Now, I agree it needs to be within a week, right?
Yeah, like you got to do it.
So, like, you can't leave the hospital until you get it. I'm like, I can't get a fucking appointment, dude. I'm like, the peds near our house doesn't have an appointment until Monday. Well, then you're saying Sunday. I'm like, no, I'm fucking. You want to watch me burn this hospital to the ground like the fucking Joker? Because I will.
Dude, we were there for way too long. Our situation
Way too fucking C-section is.
Oh.
Power to the women, because that shit sucks. I watching my wife's fucking insides come out like fucking tube
Yeah,
sausages.
it's pretty weird. I have the pictures. So they wouldn't let me take a video, but I took a bunch of pictures and they're live pictures. You can see all the shit going on.
I just remember because they're like, we might have to put, Kip in NICU, and I'm like, what the fuck you put, you know what I mean? And anyway, they got that all squared up, and they're like, you want to go see him? So I went over to the scale, and I come back, and I just remember like a deer in the headlights, like, you know what I mean? Like coming around and just seeing my wife battered, and I look over and I'm like, oh my God. I ran right into the fucking needles and shit. I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, they didn't warn you?
Nah. And I mean, I wanted to see it, you know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Yeah, I was looking over the curtain too.
How could you not?
You have to. You have to just wonder.
I just remember I'm thinking to myself, like, ugh, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Ugh.
Anyway.
We gotta get this thing out of you. He's not breathing.
No.
Almost a year. Almost a year.
Almost a year. You're almost there.
Almost did it.
Almost there.
And then last thing I'll say about this is probably people are sick of me, but my father-in-law was like, "Don't you have a 1-year-old birthday party for all these people? Don't fuck." And I'm just like, Jesus Christ! Now I feel like we can't have one because he insulted us.
What does he mean?
He doesn't want us to have he doesn't want us to spend money on like a big fucking deal. You know what I mean? And then we're like, well, we're gonna go to a park. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, see, this is what I mean. And I'm like, oh God, now I'm second guessing it. You know?
No, that's that. No, you could do whatever you want. But ours was during COVID, so ours was a completely different situation. But
Jesus Christ, COVID feels so fucking long ago. 4 years ago, man.
I know, dude. Grayson turned 1 in COVID.
Fuck. Now he's paying taxes and smoking cigs.
Now he's busting his lip in the driveway.
Yeah,
looking like he got into a fucking hockey fight.
I saw that Band-Aid look like a fucking mustache.
Yeah, straight across.
Yeah, like it just looked like a fucking like skin toned mustache. It was pretty fucking funny.
Oh man!
All right, back to the podcast. Sorry, people.
You're
out on the Sixers, right?
I am out. I need to be proven otherwise. I think.
Can you believe that gonna have to watch Paul George?
I don't want that to happen. I'm
really not even mad about Paul George because like it's gonna be 20 points a game, and he's good, but like he's old.
He's old, and like,
and this would happen when the Sixers have the most money in franchise history to spend, and we gotta look forward to fucking what, Paul George?
No, then you know what they should do? Don't spend it.
Oh, can you imagine? You're gonna waste another year. They need another player.
But is it the right thing to do? Probably.
I know.
Listen,
but
if you can't get the guy or two guys this year, why not get one, go through it, and then get another one? Why not?
Because Adam Silver will be like, you guys are fucking assholes. Here's a penalty.
Love you too, Trevor. I just I don't want them to put themselves in. This is the last move for Embiid, right? Like this is it.
What
Do you
can
agree?
you trade him for?
Do you agree with that or no?
Yeah, no. This is Colonel Mustard's last stand.
Okay, so this is it. Like this is the last like off season where they're going to improve the team for Embiid. Because either Embiid's going to be
Maxey's
gone.
team.
Right. Either Embiid's
Honestly.
going to be gone or what how many more years does Embiid have left before they get rid of him? Because he's not going to retire here. I think we got to just be real. Unless they win a championship. If they win a championship in the next 2 years, Embiid will retire a Sixer. If they don't win a championship in the next 2 years, Embiid will be traded.
Yeah, I think year 3 is your mark.
And I think that's exactly how it's going to play out.
Oh, I have another complaint, which I do well. They built a new Taco Bell in my town, right? They tore down the old one, put up a new one.
Did they put up like the one with like the rusty metal outside?
No. I wish they would.
I like that.
They built the Taco Bell and they make the new parking lot and they have like mall parking for this Taco Bell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, chill. It's on Broad Street in Lansdale. Like, it's okay. There's not gonna ever be that many people there, right?
Never. No,
So
maybe at like 12:30.
Barely. So there's 2 lanes now. Like McDonald's has the 2-lane drive-throughs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna go see what Taco Bell's hitting for. And I go and I'm like, prices are way too high, and I really don't want this. There's nothing cool. You know what I mean? Nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, fuck it. I'm not gonna get anything, right?
You tried to pull out.
I try to pull out, and there's not enough.
There's
room.
not a pass lane.
No, what the fuck? So then I gotta wait for this fat fuck in front of me to get his 20 fucking tacos. How fucking dude? Come on, what are we doing?
Now, see the Taco Bell over here. The Taco Bell over here has a passing lane.
You gotta have a pass lane, right?
Have you ever been to the Starbucks in Oaks?
Oh, that's the worst place. I don't even.
Dude,
I feel like the people that own that Starbucks were like, where could be the most inconvenient, worst fucking location of all time to put this Starbucks? And this is it. You know what the thing is where Oaks Pizza would have been a good spot for the fucking drive-through.
Yes.
I don't get it. There's a Dunkin' Donuts on Broad Street that I'm like, every time I go in there with the truck, I'm like, I ain't getting out of here. It's too fucking tight, dude. I don't know. Like, this shit's made for Chevy Sparks.
Dude, that Starbucks in Oaks is fucking ridiculous, man.
It's honestly, we just do a pre-order and pull into the spots. We don't do, we're not up there, every fucking day. Oh, by the way, I'm going to the gun show in Oaks if you want to join me.
What when's the gun show?
June 7th, 8th, and 9th.
7th, 8th, and 9th.
I gotta get a home defense.
To the gun show.
Off double barrel shotgun.
Well, we're supposed to possibly be coming over your house on the 7th.
Yeah, no, we would do it in the morning. So
you're thinking about going on the 8th?
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense. The thing is, my card expires on the 8th. I think.
What card?
My medical marijuana card.
Okay.
And you can't own a gun if you have a card.
That's not true.
Well, wait. Hold on. This is the first. All right, we'll save this for after this. Unless you think it's important enough for other people that are trying to buy a gun and smoke weed at the same time.
I think what you're talking about. There's a couple different things that you could possibly be talking about, but first of all, if you want something for home defense,
point it at the door and just be done.
So if you want a shotgun, you could just get one at Dick's, and you don't even need to go to do anything fancy.
Well, the gun show is automatic. There's no background check. You don't have to wait 2 weeks. There is a background check. Before I get fucking yelled at for that statement, there is a background check, but you can leave immediately. You know what I mean?
Shotguns are not registered in Pennsylvania.
And that's why James said that to me, because are you ready for dude, this is bad. This is one of my worst fucked up schemes I've had in a while. So I've been texting my other friend who has a card and wants a gun. And he's like, I got 6 shotguns. He's like, I'll sell you one for $100. You got to pick it up though. And he lives in Lewisburg, right?
Okay.
I have a couple jobs out in State College. I was like, James, I want you to go make a run to my job in State College and then pick up this shotgun for me. And he was like, he's like, wait, I'll do that. Are you serious? Because I won't send, so and so. I'll just do it for you. And I was like, well, then you're gonna have to like this fucking illegal shotgun in your car that's not registered, and I'll feel real bad if you get pulled over. And he's like, it's a shotgun. It doesn't matter. And I was like, what? And I was like, it's not worth it. I'll just go visit my buddy. You know what I mean?
That's correct.
So that's what he means by that, right?
Yeah, shotguns are not registered in Pennsylvania, so anybody over 18.
Now, does it have to be a hunting shotgun or like it can be a home defense?
There's no difference.
Well, there most certainly is, right?
No, a shotgun's a shotgun. There are semi-automatic shotguns.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
There are pump shotguns. There are
like when I think of a pump shotgun, I think of a hunting shotgun, right? That's the standard hunting shotgun is a pump.
Yeah, but so are home defense shotguns.
Well, I really want one of them double barrels, just like pop, pop.
You don't need a double barrel.
I know, but I really want them.
They're more expensive.
But my brother-in-law brought in an assault shotgun. That's something straight out of Call of Duty, bro. From Tanner's over there in where's Tanner's? Over in Plumsteadville, I think, like Bucks County up there.
Oilers scored. What was it called?
It's like an assault. I wish he would fucking send me a picture of it.
But there's different laws when it comes to shotguns too. Like you can't have there's a certain barrel length required before it turns into something else.
Yeah, for what I'm doing, I won't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at these. Yeah, like something like this, bro. Like can I order this online? Something like this.
Yeah, you can order that.
Just fucking anyone that comes in, bop.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yes.
Leave right now. It's the end of you and me. Anyway,
but given the fact that you have a child, I would say that you should take a safety course.
No, I am. I already signed up for all that, and I'm going to shoot. I'll shoot, actively. You know what I mean now. Maybe I'll get this SCAR. Look at this fucking gun. This thing's fucking sick.
No, that's a Call of Duty gun.
I know, but look at it.
Yeah.
He's got a 3x Halo scope.
I need a new can of ammo.
Target shot down. No, I mean we need one. I know people can be like, you don't need anything, right? But like, peace of mind, man. Peace of mind.
The Oilers just scored again. It is now 4-2.
Game's over.
The Oilers have imposed their will.
Do you have like a stand-up gun safe, like a tall John?
Yeah, I have a safe.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not gonna not have a safe, right? Not gonna just have that on the fucking kids' nursery.
Gotta have a safe.
Yeah.
Gotta have a safe. And you gotta be safe with all of your shit. Whatever you have.
I know.
Even if it's a knife, kids, that shit does not mix, obviously.
Nah. Guns and alcohol don't mix, bro.
Yo, Dad, where's your hunting knife? I want to check out.
It'd be like Jeffrey Dahmer picking them up fucking roadkill and throwing it down in the basement. I fucking
God.
I was like, I'll just get a pistol. My one bro, that whole side fucking, they shoot guns and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, you? I was like, yeah. He's like, nah. He's like, you're gonna be all over the place with that fucking thing. He's like, you don't got composure for that. He said, you just want the shotgun. So as soon as someone walks in, you just
no. And that's a really good point. Like when you if you're gonna,
you have to be accurate.
If you're gonna be using it in a home defense situation, it's gonna be a high stress situation.
Yeah.
So you need something.
Hold on, sir.
Well, okay. So this is the whole thing. This is like not in our podcast realm, but
yeah. Hey,
whatever. But when it comes to this type of thing, you also would have to start getting into the habit of nighttime habit. You can't have a shotgun locked in a safe unloaded and not ready if you're
Yeah.
gonna use it for home defense. I'm just gonna
No,
I'll just
100%.
say it that way.
Yeah, no, you're exactly 100% correct in that. You know, I mean, I've shot plenty of guns. I went to school in fucking Western PA in the fucking fields. You know, so like that's not some like surprise. I think I got a dead mouse in this fucking basement somewhere. There's fucking
Is it
tons
stink?
of fucking stinky ass fucking natty flies. You know, so like I can fucking shoot. I'm not like a fucking invalid. I know what I'm doing. I've been to ranges, you know, but you're right. Like I would not be well in a high strong pressure situation. You know what I will be well with is a fucking duck shot. You know what I mean? Just like poof.
Yeah. You just need a widespread like
Yeah, that's it. Only need a couple bullets, you know, wet the whistle.
yeah. Well, we can talk more about that.
Yeah, you know. So if you want to meet me in Oaks,
I'll let you know. I'll talk
I
about
might
it.
bring Kip. See this boy? You see this? We're going hunting.
This is how we do it.
Yeah, so like, you could just buy a gun online.
Well, yeah, you can buy guns online, but so here's how it works. Do you want to talk about this right now on the podcast, or do you want to hang this up
It's
and then
up
we'll
to
talk
you.
about it?
You're the one that's afraid of it.
I'm not afraid of anything. So the way it works is if you buy a gun online, if it's a registered gun, if it's a handgun or if it's a rifle or, you know, anything like that, if it's a long gun or if it's a handgun, it needs to be sold. It can be sold to you, but it has to be shipped to a licensed person who receives the package for you, and then you go to their place and you transfer it from them, and they do the background check at that time.
Okay.
So like
So
they're called like an FFL or whatever.
What's
A
the
shotgun.
barrel
A shotgun is not that way. A shotgun is not registered, and you can buy it, and they'll just send it to your house.
That's crazy though.
It's a shotgun. Like you can't. Is it?
No, I know. I think I'm just. I don't know. I guess I'm shocked that is the case with a shotgun, because I would think, and this is strictly off
Like
of
they do the simple background check, meaning like they check to see if you're not a felon.
No, I'm not.
And they check to see. I mean, that might be literally all they check at this point.
Holy shit! JJ Redick to the Lakers, all but confirmed.
Okay, so he's going to coach the Lakers.
That's a great hire.
Yeah,
He's
it
so
is.
fucking smart.
It's a great hire. So now LeBron's not leaving now.
Well, maybe.
No.
Well, you saw what Bronny did.
Yes, I did.
You can't cancel 10 workouts and only say you'll work out for the Suns. And so that's LeBron James. I'm not gonna interfere with my son's decision.
It's already happened.
Yeah, right. Fucking puppet. You're just a puppet, dude.
Well, we didn't get into the Deion Sanders thing.
Oh, what? That he's a fucking fraudulent piece of shit. Shock. Next.
Shador.
Stinks. He's not that good. Next.
No, it wasn't Shador. Who was it? It was the other one.
Shiloh. Yeah, bro, they're fucking not that good.
Shador's okay.
Is he the safety?
No, Shador is the QB.
Where does he?
I don't know.
Where does he play out in the NFL though? Like, I'm not even trying to be a fucking asshole, but like, when's the last time a mobile quarterback won a Super Bowl?
He's a guy. He is a guy. He is a guy where the system needs to be built around him. That's the problem with mobile quarterbacks like that. It's not plug and play. You need a whole fucking situation.
Not a Kirk Cousins type.
No, you need a whole situation built around that dude, and that's just not how it works in the NFL because the money isn't there. Wow. And that's the real problem with mobile quarterback. It's not that they can't be successful; it's that you can't just plug a dude in. You need certain type of linemen. You need certain weapons. Like it just doesn't work.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
All right, so we'll probably be back in like 2 weeks again. The
Yeah,
2 week
this
2 week
seems to work.
the 2 week window felt good. We lots of baseball happened while we were gone, but that's okay. We'll be back again in it'll be June, and then wow, fucking A. Time flies, man. Time flies.
Oh, I didn't know Mike Schmidt retired because he wasn't playing well.
I kind of remember that, but I was a kid though, so I don't really remember like why he retired. I just remember him retiring.
Informs everyone of his retirement, which is effective immediately due to his subpar start to the season.
I remember him sitting at the conference table and crying about it.
What a pussy!
No, I mean, like, like I just
I know.
remember the tears, like Kelsey style. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I do remember that. That was I was young. I was pretty young when that happened, but I do
I
remember.
wasn't even born yet.
What year was it?
89.
89. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, so we will be back in about 2 weeks, and maybe Kenny will be a new gun owner.
Pow pow! You motherfuckers!
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys again in a couple weeks.
Good night, my sweet prince.
Love y'all. See ya.
I don't commit to the word love.
Goodbye.